All right, YouTubers, welcome back. My name's Dave, like always, and you found do-it-yourself, do-it-right. Well, I got my Ford hat on, got some oil, gonna do an oil change on this 2022 F150 2.7 liter EcoBoost. So let's go ahead and knock it out. Try to make this quick, fast, and in a hurry. You're gonna need 6 quarts of 5W30 oil, your brand of choice. I've been choosing Valvoline. You need a filter. Little thing about this filter, it's an FL2062-alpha. If you find an FL2062 that doesn't have the dash alpha, you can use that one as well. The dash alpha is just a newer one. And the difference is on the top of this filter, there's no plastic on the top and then on the bottom when I pull it out. I don't want to pull it out right now because it's windy. So that's your filter. You're going to need an 1.16" wrench so you can remove your filter cover here. You're going to need that. You're going to need, well, I always have a pair of gloves. Obviously, you're going to need an oil pan and a funnel to put oil back in. And you're going to need an 8mm to take off the bolts that hold the air dam on. I also have my impact in case I can get it in there and I don't have to use a ratchet. So let's climb up underneath the truck. Thought I could weasel my big butt up underneath there. Had to put it on my ramps, so add that to the list of tools. The 4 bolts you got to take out here, back over there, and back over there to get this air dam out of the way. So 2 things: make sure you choose the windiest day possible to change your oil, so when you take that there yellow plug out, the wind is going to blow the oil all over the place. Now, this is my first time changing the oil in this truck. I've almost owned this truck a whole year and I still haven't changed the oil because I don't drive the truck very much. I'm only home 6 months of the year, really. So this is my first oil change. And everybody tells me that when you pull this oil plug out, pull it out real slow. So that's what I'm going to do. Hand on the sway bar and let it slowly come out. But this isn't going to be great, especially when the wind starts catching this oil. And also add to your list some kitty litter, because I've already got oil on the concrete. While I have it out, I'll show you this plug real quick. It's just a turn, and then it locks into place. And that green O-ring, I'm not going to replace it. Looks fine. It's not flat. Should be good to go. Once the oil's done dripping all over my concrete, I'll slap it back up in there. Because I'm vertically challenged, I had to add a stool to the tool list and a pick, because once you get that cap off, because we're going after this filter, I'm going to call it a filter cartridge because that's basically what it is. There are O-rings in this box that you have to change out, and those O-rings are on that plastic cap. Once you get that loose, it pulls out. There's 2 O-rings that seal it closed, and then there's an O-ring way down on the end. You'll see it, I'll show you in a second. Those O-rings need to be replaced, and they come with the new filter. I don't really have a good way to video it, trying to do one hand and the other. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Oh, that wasn't very tight at all, which is good. So we're just using the box end portion, just turning it. It should not leak oil because all the oil should drain down out of this.
A few moments later.
I don't know if I can get with my hand. Nope. Gonna use 2 hands.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
All right, I got this thing ready to come out. Should just pull right up out. The filter, oh, the filter's coming out with it. Let's turn it real fast. So there's your filter cartridge. There's the little, see that little pink O-ring at the end? And then you have two green O-rings there that you have to change when you replace this filter. Just because they give you them, why not replace them? So let me go ahead and knock that out. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna seat this filter down in there first before I put that in there. I'm gonna put the numbers and the labels up first. You should be able to push it down on there. You should hear it pop in there. There it goes. Just slid right in there. You could hear it. It's nice and flat. I did lube the new O-rings. That one was a bear to get on. And then you just tighten it back down. And you just use your wrench to snug it down. Of course, my, well, I guess I could use a 27 millimeter. I think I have a 27 millimeter here. 27 millimeter and 1/16 is the same. For those of you that know or don't know, I'm gonna actually go grab my 27 millimeter. Of course, this is just gonna get snugged down. It's just plastic, so don't gorilla torque it. Let's see if we can make a mess by dumping oil in this wind back into the engine, and it's hard to reach because I'm short. It's all over there. Six quarts. So I'm going to dump all this in, and then I think I'm going to transfer 1 quart over into this one so I can measure it out properly. Because a single quart costs 12 bucks. So it doesn't make any sense to me to buy just a single quart for 12 bucks when I can buy 5 quarts for 33. It's cheaper, and then I have extra oil in case I got to add oil or for the next oil change. Don't buy single quarts, people. It's just a ripoff. We'll let that drain for a minute. Not sure if you can see or not with the sun the way it is. I just went in the garage, dumped in a whole quart. Now it's going in the truck. All right, so the last thing to do on this oil change is to go into your dash and tell your truck that your oil has been replaced. Now you go to your main menu, navigate to truck info, hit OK, engine information, hit OK, oil life 0%, press and hold to reset the oil life. So resetting, boom, 100%, and now you are done with your oil change. So if you like this kind of video, how to DIY oil changes, if you have other vehicles, I have a Ford Mustang, Subaru Outbacks, I have one on an Acadia, you know, changing just normal everyday kind of maintenance on these vehicles. You like these kind of videos, give me a like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop other videos. I don't just do these, I work on motorcycles, I work on old cars, basically anything with 2 and 4 wheels. So like I said, like, tag, share, follow, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know when I drop a new video, and like always, till next time, thanks a lot. I did it again. Should be a nice cleanup once again.